Hey everybody, Shay here. Welcome to another reaction to a Guns Girl Z episode. This has been a long time. Probably one of the first collections of videos that I reacted to from the Hoyoverse was a stack of Guns Girl Z videos in a playlist. And I really enjoyed Guns Girl Z. I did the retrospective read through, I suppose, of this extraction tool that went through the game and pulled out all the pieces and translated it. And so I have some context as to the first arc of the game. I also watched the first bit of the rebirth, I guess, storyline, like where everything kind of reboots and then goes into another direction. I know nothing else of Guns Girl Z as the lore outside of what I've seen in the trailers for that set of games. That being said, I do know that Mihoyo is up to a lot of crazy stuff with the Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2 that just dropped, and also at the same time, or at about the same time, this Guns Girl Z promotional video. Like, I've always wanted to strongly consider watching some videos of possibly like someone going through the game, just so I can get the story of the game, you know? But we'll see. We'll see what I get up to. Maybe I'll find a way to play it. I'm not sure. Not sure how to do it. Guns Girl Z it's intriguing to me because, of course, I'm intrigued by the Hoyoverse. I'm going to rewind. Give me a sec, though. Just checking the audio, but I just saw a character that intrigued me. That's a music video, so it's probably going to get me a copyright strike, but that's fine. Or a copyright claim. Unless this is their music, in which case it'll likely fly. Okay, I thought there was like a Kafka there. Well, it's the corner of my eye, but it wasn't. I like the character design though. We got a bit of a Mad Max feel here. Not really, but oh, interesting direction the game went in. Okay. I mean, the music's cool, but this is gonna get me acclaimed for sure. What's that? Okay. Such a cool property, man. They all look good, man. I don't know how to... Oh, nice, neat. Okay. Like, I get some vibes of old characters I'm familiar with, but a lot I have no idea. I have no idea. I think they went... Like, after the whole rebirth thing, I think it goes into a cray cray land. Cray cray era. So I don't know any of the characters. Bam. But look, it looks so cool, man. What are we still talking about? You know, we got Guns Girl Z here. I got the characters, got Kiana and Jana. So, like, this is a new character for me. Planet Star Class Honkai Beast. What the hell? The size of Australia from another universe. She first arrived on Earth the days of Era Zero, where she met, fell in love with, and subsequently defeated Kiana. Yeah, this is where all the alt-world storyline, rapper stuff. I mean, there's an alias of Cthulhu. What the hell, you know? But it's so bonkers. It's so cool, man. But this is getting out of hand, you know? Kiana, Raiden, Bronya, of course, the retrospective arc. This is the one I read. And then I got into the start of this one, which is the reboot. She looks cool here. A little bit of a wasteland vibe to her. The art is so good to all of these, even like this early on. I've kind of deviated from the reaction. I might have to watch it again, but I'm just trying to see if I get any other character concepts in my head, so that if I'm watching the video, can I catch anything? You know, is this the girl who starts the rebirth? Yeah, I think it is the one that has bandages on her or something like that. Horaji Kyushu. I think it is. She has some freaky stuff about her. I mean, I didn't go further enough into Rebirth to kind of get context around her, but I'm about to. I mean, I'm not really spoiling because like I'd likely have to go backwards to kind of read this. We got the Hersher of the Void until her Void core was removed. Although not referred to by name, she was the Hersher of the Void until the Void core was removed. See, this is crazy. Currently, the supposed Hersher of Reason. Oh my god, after obtaining Welt's Hersher core, this is not referred to by name either, but matches up with Honkai Impact 3's Hersher of Reason. Yeah, this is all context that is a little bit, it's alt universe deviations to the extreme. We got, of course, Siren which I've just encountered in the chapter. I'm in the chapter 7, 8, 9 arc for Honkai Impact third video game, and this is a big like comeback of Siren. I know Siren was in retrospective from Gun Girl Z, which is why I recall the context of her. But I'll tell you, as I was going through that extract of the retrospective stuff for Guns Girl Z, I was very confused about the whole Kiana and Siren thing, because I felt like I was reading about a Kiana thing, and then Siren's name started popping up. It's like, wait, is it Kiana or Siren? And there was a whole Hersher of the Void thing. I'm like, which one is that? Who does that? Well, it's kind of all the same thing. That's like what you come to learn, is all sort of the kind of the thing, same thing. It isn't, but it's all interwoven, is I guess the better way of putting it. In any case, so there's only the Reborn. I didn't get, there was not that many more characters introduced here that I didn't already learn about, even in the first little chunk of Reborn. We got some manga here. I read the Sakura one. I read most of these, I suppose, at this point. I didn't read the Azure Waters yet. But yeah, I'm not sure I'm getting enough context from here either. I can't even pick out the characters that might be echoes in future games. I mean, that's the Age of Shield. We see that Age of Shield come down in Honkai Impact 3rd. Like I forget what character that is, but I played her as a trial character. The crazy powers. So she calls down the shield and just whole thing blows up. And it was literally this shot. Literally. I mean, not literally, but it was like something comes from the sky. It's that big, and it's just like, that was crazy. I forget the name of that character. That's crazy. I like the vibe of this. This color palette I see coming up in a lot of their games now. Of course, I see it in ZZZ, Endless Zone Zero, the yellows, but then there's also like this blue vibe. There's a bit of a Mad Max kind of dust, like a dust bowl, wasteland, Borderlands kind of scenario, but it's got a little bit of the grunge punk or something like going on. And of course, you've got this industrial truck, which reminds me again of the Zenless Zone Zero as well. I know these are all different properties, of course, but I just feel like I see a lot of these visual cues now with the color palettes and the styles. They seem to be threading in the Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2 trailer I just seen. That vibe, for me, it felt like there was some sort of there was a visual and odd audio link up to Zenless Zone Zero trailer, or kind of the way they're promoting it. It's like it's got a bit of that, like that retro funk vibe to it with the music. That's not really happening here. Gun Girl Z has more of like a rock thing, right? Like you got the electric guitar there, right? You got this grimier, like noir feeling. It's like, it feels like a grounded world, as opposed to Honkai Impact 3rd, which is more sci-fi. It's a little bit more high sci-fi, or not really high sci-fi, but like Magic Girl sci-fi. It's kind of a crossover. It's a bit of a meld, but whereas this feels grounded still. It's still in reality. It's like hard ass, it's like it's zombie hunters, it's monster hunters. It's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer mixed with some, I don't know, supernatural like vibes, like TV kind of series. It's kind of humorous to some degree, because it's got a little bit of that 80s horror vibe mixed in, like I don't know, zombie high school. I don't know. But now this one feels like there's a like conspiratorial layer of secret societies like coming together. Like these look like factions. Obviously right there, I mean, I guess a planet-sized Honkai Beast might be alluded there. I don't know who this character is, but I think they look cool. Does she remind me of anyone? No, she's got that star in her hair. I feel like, and the star in the chest, I feel like that reminds me of something I might have seen. That feels like potentially a May. No, it can't be. She looks younger there. It could be. I'm not sure. Maybe the art's changed. Like, is that like a Hersher Brone? Like, I don't even know. That's not a Bronya. That's not a Kiana. That's a Siren, maybe? Got the eyes, the yellow eyes, and the middle blank there, like a Kiana bang, but yellow eyes. I don't know. I'm speculating. I have no idea what I'm talking about, folks. I just love the music. I love the cut of this. I love the visuals. Like, it's got that grunge vibe to it. And it's got a bit of the tone, what's it called? Those, oh god, those dots, the dot tone things. Jeez, names, but it's got a bit of that manga layering to it. But see, like all the grunge elements here, all those like specks and the dots and the blurs and the splatters, like the layering. That's like awesome grunge layering going on here. It just feels like punk rock. Not really punk rock, but like punk, some rock. And then it's got that. It's just vibey, and that pop on top. Like little elements like that, right? Like this is what I mean. It's like Bam, bam, and then we got this kind of stuff, and that's what I mean about there being this bit, like this visual thread, I feel like is going on with their games lately. Like that feels like potentially a Bronya or a Wolf, Snow Wolf, jeez, I don't know the names, something like that. Is that a May? I don't know. Is it like older May, like has taken over like the organization or something like that? Did she have an organization? Her dad's or something? That feels like oh, that's it. That's she's got the wrappings on the hand there. Okay, so that's what the character I'm familiar with from the beginning of Rebirth. Oh, that is the character from... Oh, has she aged or something? Because if that's definitely her. Interesting. Okay. I think she did have a jacket floating behind her or something. Or something like that in her design. Rock, I said rock, it's more like metal. It's got like this metal pop fusion thing. It's so crazy. And there's the purple color I'm talking about again that I'm seeing now in a lot of their marketing. You got the blue, the purple, and that red. There's like this color palette that mixes. And bam. Oh, she's got the crazy eyes over here on the left. Look at the crazy eyes right here. Is that a yay? Sakura? No, she looks kind of cray-cray there. No, that's not a... That's like a Bronya. Is that a crazy Bronya or something? I have no idea what these characters could be. I don't think this is a... This can't be a Kiana, but maybe it can be because that's... Feels like a Mei. Unless it's like a reboot and all the characters are getting like... They're getting their counterparts again. This is like new Kiana, new Mei, new Bronya. I have no idea. New Siren? That's not a Siren. I don't know what that is. This would be a new character for me. I don't know what else to watch. Yeah, right here. Her. Like, yeah, that's it. Kyushu. This character. Yeah, she has this thing hanging over her shoulder. So it was her. She just aged or something. And it's so cool. Okay, I can't get any other context. This title alone says getting a new cast and new theme song. So it looks like they're doing a bit of a reboot on the GGZ as well. So Mihoyo's up to something, man. Like they are doing work right now. Between the new games coming out, between the overhauls to the Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2, whether that might be retroactive, I'm not sure yet. Between that and then the Zenless Zone Zero, and who knows, man, I just feel like they keep on. They're still releasing stuff for Genshin Impact. They're still releasing stuff for Honkai Star Rail, which just released, but people are still hyping around these games, and there's more hitting. Man, there's more hitting the market. And Guns Girl Z, I really wish they would... They have the money now. They should just make the game, like give it a couple other languages and make it more accessible to other parts of the world because they have a property here. There's so much work already done for it. Just you have the money. Just like make it more accessible, man. I think that it'll be another game that people play. It's another different play style, right? It's a whole different game engine and play style in there. It almost feels like, from the clips I've seen, it feels more like the mini games that they end up doing after in Honkai Impact 3rd. I don't know how, I can't speak for the other games, but I've played some side mini games in Honkai Impact 3rd that do feel like that mobile, like top down and little sprites moving around and doing things, you know what I mean? And I mean probably a little bit more 3D because they are 3D, but it just gives you that a bit more of that mobile game vibe, which Guns Girl Z really feels like it has because you sort of play that scrolling level as far as I can tell, and then you have the visual novel stuff in the middle of all of that to tell the story, but then you have these animations cutting in and they're so good and the music's so good and like the designs of stuff is so good. It just feels like it's another property they could really afford to put out there for more people to absorb in their native languages, etc., etc. So we'll see if that happens in the future. If this keeps scaling, who knows? Because the company's getting big, man. And of course, the conceptual echoes that float between the properties, always a joy to take a look at. I'd love to see how these might influence things down the line, or how things down the line, or other IPs down the line will influence this backwards, because they're still going with GGZ. They're not letting it go. Catch you in the next stack of episodes. Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire. Peace.